John Lennon famously wrote his song Give Peace a Chance while spending a week in bed with Yoko Ono. More than 40 years on, Ringo Starr has relaunched his fellow Beatles campaign for world peace, not from his bed, but from a studio in central London. Starr has unveiled his own slightly psychedelic version of the famous knotted gun statue, first designed as a tribute to Lennon. He's backing a project called the Non-Violence Foundation, which tries to persuade young people to turn their backs on knives and guns and embrace music instead. I sat down with him this afternoon and asked him who would back the campaign.
Well, I hope, of course, a lot of people in my game, a lot of musicians, singers, musicians, will help us with the cause of not violence. And we're trying to get the message out to everybody, really. But, we're always expressing it. We're trying to get teenagers to notice that this is a very violent situation and it's very fast. That if you don't have one, you can't use it. And that would be better. Do
you still recall the day that John Lennon died as if it were yesterday? Does it still haunt you?
Yes, I do. It doesn't haunt me, but it's still very clear in my mind that I was in the Bahamas. I was actually doing some work on a record I was making, and Barbara and we had a phone call from the children saying something's happened to John. And we said, well, what's happened? They didn't know. Anyway, they called back and they said John's been shot and he's dead. It's a very strange time because your emotions are mad, you know what I mean? It just, you go all over the place. I mean, it's like, you don't believe it, but you have to believe it because it's a fact.
Well, it's a pretty seasonal message, isn't it? Peace and goodwill towards men.
Yeah.
And
women.
Exactly, and women. In that spirit, celebrities are being asked to give some of the money that they get from the government for winter fuel, the winter fuel payment, to charity, and it's something that even expats get. Yeah. And is this money that you would
Well, no, I don't get my pension.
What about the winter fuel payment?
I don't get the winter fuel payment, but I am entitled. I also do a bus pass. But last time I was on a bus was in Liverpool.
But would you give it away?
Well, yes, I would give it away. And, through the Lotus Foundation, Bob and I, we have a charity that we run that's our own. But yes, I think if you don't need it, give it to your neighbour.
You don't speak to the media a great deal, and I wonder if some of the reason for that is the kind of things we're seeing coming out in the hacking inquiry.
I've never been hacked, and you can hack me anytime you're ready. Okay?
Got no secrets?
No, it's like, I think it's disgusting that people were hacked. There's got to be some line that people draw.
And Paul McCartney was hacked? Yeah,
by me.
He didn't like it much.
No, it's as I say, it's disgusting and terrible, and I think, and we all believe that the papers, and I'm sure it wasn't only the newspaper, went too far.
A meeting of generations. Ringo talking to Kathy.